diving into the concept of mind traps. Every day, our mind weaves a complex web of thoughts in which it's easy to get trapped. We constantly face anxiety, stress, dissatisfaction, and often this doesn't stem from external circumstances, but from mental traps we set ourselves. These traps make us worry about the future, regret the past, and be overly concerned about what others think. We can get so tangled in our own thoughts that we forget we can actually control how we perceive things. Today I'll tell you about the 11 most cunning mind traps that keep us from living with ease. Get rid of them, and you'll find your life taking on a new quality: peace, inner balance, and freedom. Let's begin. Trap 1. Waiting for the perfect moment. One of the most common myths our mind falls into is waiting for the perfect moment. We often postpone important tasks, projects, and even dreams because we believe that it's not the right time yet. We wait for the perfect opportunity, but it never comes. In reality, the perfect moment is an illusion created by our fear of change. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius asserted that the perfect moment is always now. Life will never be fully controllable or predictable, and if you wait for ideal conditions, you may never start acting. Free yourself from this mental trap, and you'll discover the power to act at any moment. Trap 2. Fear of the future. The future is unknown, and our mind often paints the most frightening pictures of what might happen. We fear failures, losses, and changes. This mental trap plunges us into constant anxiety, but Stoics like Seneca taught that fear of the future is pointless because it cannot be controlled. All we can do is live in the present, focusing on what is within our power. Constant anxiety about the future does not improve our lives. Seneca said, "Direct your energy toward what you can change right now, and you'll see how fear of the future fades, leaving room for peace." Trap 3. Chasing external approval. In our age of social media and constant comparison to others, we often fall into the trap where our happiness depends on the opinions of others. We strive for likes, praise, and approval, forgetting about our own desires and needs, but the Stoics emphasized the importance of inner peace. External circumstances, like recognition or judgment from others, are things beyond our control. True satisfaction comes from within when we live in harmony with ourselves and our values. As Epictetus said, "Happiness is not an external good, it is born in the soul." If you stop chasing external approval, you'll feel true freedom. Trap 4. The need for control. People tend to want to control everything, from their loved ones to political and economic events in the world. However, this only leads to stress and disappointment. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius said we need to distinguish between what is in our power and what is beyond our control. We can control only our reactions and actions, but not the circumstances around us. Let go of the desire to control everything, and you'll feel a weight lifted from your shoulders. Trap 5. Perfectionism. This mind trap manifests in the constant pursuit of the ideal. Perfectionism makes us feel inadequate if the result doesn't meet our ideal. We always find flaws in our achievements and can't enjoy the process. Stoics, however, taught that nothing in nature is absolutely perfect, and striving for perfection is a path to disappointment. Embrace your imperfections and the imperfections of the world around you. This is the path to inner peace. Trap 6. Excessive regret about the past. Every now and then, We all dive into thoughts about the past. We think about what we could have done differently and torture ourselves for mistakes. This is a mental trap that takes us away from the present. The past is unchangeable, and Stoics taught that the only thing we can do is change our attitude toward it. As Epictetus said, it's not events that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. Leave the past behind and focus on what you can do here and now. Trap 7. Seeking happiness in the external. Happiness, as we often believe, lies somewhere outside, in money, recognition, things, or relationships. But the Stoics taught that true happiness is a state of mind that doesn't depend on external circumstances. Seneca said, "Happiness is not something that comes from outside, but something that lives within us." If you constantly seek happiness outside, you will be disappointed. Learn to find joy in your inner world, and your life will become easier. Trap 8. Envy and comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others is a natural but harmful habit. Envy makes us feel unworthy and like failures, even if our own achievements are great. The Stoics taught that each person walks their own path, and there is no point in comparing yourself to others. Your journey is unique. As Epictetus said, "Do not envy others' success, for their path is not yours." Trap 9. Resentment and anger. These strong emotions arise from our expectations that the world and people should behave as we want. When they don't meet our expectations, we feel anger or resentment. The Stoics believe that we should accept the world as it is, not as we want it to be. Marcus Aurelius taught that anger results from our inability to accept reality. Learn to forgive and accept what you cannot change. Trap 10. Excessive mental load. In today's world, we are bombarded with an enormous flow of information that overloads our minds. This creates a sense of anxiety and unrest. The Stoics taught that we must filter the information that enters our minds and focus only on what matters. Epictetus advised paying attention only to thoughts that help you live wisely and happily. Trap 11. Misunderstanding. Success. Modern society often defines success by material achievements, money, career, and status. But the Stoics taught that true success lies in controlling your inner state, not in external accomplishments. Marcus Aurelius said, "Success is the ability to remain in harmony with yourself, even when the world around you is falling apart." If you learn to measure success by inner achievements, your life will become bolder and more peaceful. Once you free yourself from these mind traps, you will feel life become easier. Your mind will be freer, your thoughts will be clearer, and every day will be calmer and more meaningful.